Sooner defense.
That was the first time that Texas has broken their Y formation. They had a double flanker to the top of the screen.
The Sooners now have the ball at the 17 of Texas. Miami, Oklahoma's Steve Owens carried the ball, and as you see, penetrated the Texas defense for 7 yards, bringing up a 2nd and 3.
Wow, a little bit of misdirection in the backfield. The jab step to the top of your screen and the counter back with Bell leading the blocking.
Killingsworth was split into the far side. Roy Bell showing a lot of promise, carrying the ball closer, and he bumps into Scott Henderson, number 61 of Dallas, Texas.
That's a little surprise. 18-17, and Syracuse leading Maryland. As we get the measurement here to see if Oklahoma has picked up a first down.
They needed 3 yards on the play. First and goal to go for Oklahoma. So there we have the 6th first down for the Sooners. There is Aycock, who intercepted the Jimmy Street pass. Looks pretty happy, doesn't he? Pretty good set of burns, too. All right.
Goal line defense by Texas.
All right. First and goal at the 6. And Steve Owens.
What a block by Zabel that time. He turned out. Let's watch it again. See the blocking form ahead. Number 73 turning back to make a straight block. That's Darrell Emmett.
A short kick set up the first Oklahoma touchdown. Now an interception has them close again. On a 2nd and goal, this was Owens, number 36, trying to get in, but Scott Henderson was there.
And that was one time that the Texas defense was right by going for Owens.
So now it's 3rd and goal, and as you see, the ball now is at the 2, a loss of a yard. Hook 'em hard. 3 minutes and 89 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Oklahoma leads 7-0. They have the ball. And Owens gets his 8th touchdown of the year.
There was no daylight, Chris, so he had to go over the top.
Thanks to the blocks of Steve Carlton and Jack Porter on the left side of that Oklahoma line. And it's 13-0. Underdog Oklahoma. And now Durr of the Sooners will try the point after with Mickey Ripley holding the ball. Good. So in about 7 minutes, the Boomer Sooners have scored again. Timeout here at the Cotton Bowl. Dallas, Texas, the score. Oklahoma 14, Texas nothing. 3:31 remaining in the first quarter as 2nd-ranked Texas will receive from Oklahoma. Texas trails 14-0. Bertelsen to the far side, 35-88 Aspire. Brewster's kick, fielded by Bertelsen, 10, 15, 20, found a hole. And for the first time today, the Longhorns have field position. The other 3 times, they started at their own 20, the 17, and the 16, and at the 22, a pass was intercepted as Glenn King makes the tackle at the 42, the Longhorns.
Let's see it again here. You can see the beautiful blocking of the Texas linemen. The kick was deep. Durr gets a lot of height on it. It almost had daylight before King came over to make the stop.
A 42-yard return of the kick is Jimmy Street. Ball signal. Nice fake. Going deep is Spire. Spire has to wait for it. He gets it at the Oklahoma 23. Joe Pierce covering, and you'll have to praise this boy, Bud. What an effort.
And he's the boy that very well can make the difference. He's got great speed. Let's watch it again here. Pierce covering him, little outside break, and he made Pierce move to the outside and then blew it right down the middle, and with the safety man up, Spire was wide open. He had to wait a little. Pierce came back to make the tackle.
A 35-yard play. Ehrig has replaced Spire at the 23 of Oklahoma. Ted Goy tries for yardage, but in on him fast. Number 84, Jim Files, the monster man.
And again, Oklahoma has courage to keep those 9 men up in there tight against the running.
So it'll be a a second down and 10. Oklahoma is in the lead, and this may surprise those of you that just joined us. 14-0. 2:35 left in the first quarter. Texas with the ball at the Oklahoma 23, second down. And Bertelsen again feels the strength of number 84, the monster man, Jim Files, 6'4", 226. At the 24, a loss of 1. It's third down and 11 for the Longhorns.
When you're running that option play and they make you delay, the Street had to delay that time. The pursuit usually gets there.
Texas in their burnt orange jerseys. Oklahoma white, red trim. Bertelsen now to the far side. Third and 11. Street gets some pass blocking. Out there all alone. Touchdown, Spire. Texas has moved from its own 42 in 4 plays. Touchdown.
He was wide open. Spire, again, let's watch it. Ronnie Johnson, the safety man, trying to move out with him. Little crossing pattern. There's a halfback. Bertelsen came to the inside, and Spire beats the crisscross defense and makes a miraculous catch, getting the ball right over the top of his head.
And the kick now by Happy Feller. And Happy Feller just put his 16th consecutive point-after attempt between the uprights.
Watch it again. Street throwing deep, and Spire wide open. Little crossing pattern with Bertelsen and Spire, and it confused the Oklahoma defenders. They didn't know whether to switch off, which they tried to do, or to stay with their men, man for man.
Well, if you're watching in color, splashes of red for Oklahoma, lots of orange for Texas here in the Cotton Bowl. Filled to capacity. 72,000 watching as Texas in 4 plays went 58 yards after being down 14-0. It is now 14-7. And the Longhorns will kick into the wind to Oklahoma. Everett Marshall, a sophomore, awaits the kick by Happy Feller. Bell and Marshall bobble it. Bell and Marshall back there, but they recover their miscue.
They really hung the ball high in the air. They couldn't quite decide which one ought to make the call, and it's so noisy in this stadium that you certainly can't hear anything. You have to do it by hand signal.
And a pair of sophomores just learned a valuable lesson here in the Cotton Bowl. Now from the 18, the Sooners, who lead 14-7. Out of 43 left in the first quarter. And Roy Bell, number 35, carried on the play. He managed to get across the 20 to the 23-yard line. A good 5-yard effort. Glenn Halsell, linebacker, making the stop. 2nd and 5, Oklahoma.
Boy, he almost had it all the way.
Senior Steve Owens from Miami, Oklahoma, gets a block from Joe Killingsworth as a marker is down on the field. Offside against Texas, needless to say, declined.
A little counteraction in the backfield by Oklahoma seems to be pulling the Texas linebacker to step in the wrong direction and opening up the inside play for Owens.
Gale Sayers' Big 8 rushing record has just been broken by Steve Owens, the senior from Oklahoma, as he carries again on a first down from the 32, getting 4 more yards out to the 36. Scott Henderson and Leo Brooks, an All-America candidate, number 71 in the burnt orange jerseys. We look at the Oklahoma huddle, and with the ball at the 36, 2nd and 6. There you see the career rushing marks. Owens blocking, Bell carrying the ball. Roy Bell.
Notice that time Oklahoma's tight end split out about 4 yards. Flexing, we call it. The Texas linebacker moved to the inside against that set, which set up the wide play, the ability to turn the corner. That flexed end is a very difficult adjustment for the 4-4 set.
Oklahoma with the number 4 ranked rushing offense in the country, 684 yards in 2 games. 12th in total offense. There's Steve Owens again, number 36, and he is in Texas territory.
A very good shot that time of the assault offense of Oklahoma, with Zabel blocking down, clearing to the outside as Harper kicked out to open up the hole.
Let's call it the 49 of Texas now, where it's a 2nd down and 2 for the Sooners, who lead 14-7. And it appears that time has run out in the very first quarter here in the Cotton Bowl on a warm, humid afternoon. At the end of the first quarter, the score, Oklahoma 14, Texas 7. Back again at the Cotton Bowl, you're looking at the University of Texas band. Both the Oklahoma band and this one will be entertaining at halftime. A great show. We hope you're enjoying the game. We've already had 3 touchdowns in the first quarter. As the second quarter gets underway, Oklahoma now goes from left to right. They have a 2nd down and 2. And Steve Owens.
That is a remarkable run, Chris. He was stopped by the defense and ran right through 3 tacklers to pick up the first down.
12 carries for Owens already, 57 yards, and 1 touchdown from 2 yards out. The boy who broke Oklahoma's Billy Vessels rushing record. Vessels, under Bud Wilkinson, a Heisman winner, probably watching in Miami, Florida today. The run is to Roy Bell.
A dangerous play. You're handing off right in the face of the defensive end, but with the swing men coming around behind, the end has got to play it a little bit soft.
Good for 4 yards, 2nd down and 6. If you just joined us, Oklahoma, after a short punt, went from the Texas 41 and 8 plays to score. Texas forced the punt again. Got the ball once more. Then Aycock intercepted. Oklahoma went 17 yards in 5 plays to take the lead. Texas came back 58 yards in 4 plays. Street to Spire, a 24-yard scoring play, so it's 14-7. And Owens gets, let's see, 1 more yard to the 39, bringing up a 3rd down and 5. And Oklahoma's had this situation quite often.
See the statistics of the first quarter, 7-3 in first downs. Oklahoma way ahead in rushing yardage, Texas way ahead in passing yardage.
Children. Beautiful catch by number 42, Rick Baldridge. Baldridge from Lawton, Oklahoma, a senior. And to the 35.
In a game where both teams move the ball very well, possession is going to be a key factor. In the first quarter, Oklahoma kept the ball 8 minutes and 50 seconds. Texas having it 6-10.
And now Oklahoma has a 4th down, less than a yard at the 35 of Texas. Killingsworth left. And driving for the first down, Steve Owens.
You know who's coming in with it, Chris? You're right there to stop him, and he still makes it. A powerful runner.
Steve Owens, 6'2", 213 pounds, as you see the first quarter statistics.
And the one big statistic, of course, is the interception against Texas, which set Oklahoma up in business at the Texas 16-yard line and set up the touchdown, the 2nd touchdown.
The wishbone tee, or rather the diamond tee. And Roy Bell gets a couple of yards where he's met by David Arledge. A-R-L-E-D-G-E. Call the ball at the 31 for its 2nd down and 8. Oklahoma 14, Texas 7, 12:26 remaining in the first half. Bell has carried 11 times for 41 yards. The Sooners at the Texas 31. Bell again. Scott Henderson, 61, in there in a hurry.
They had that one defense perfectly. Guessing the wide field was coming, they were overshifted that way after they had slanted to the wide field out of their 4-4 set.
With the 4-yard loss, brings up a 3rd down and 12 for the Sooners. But it doesn't seem to bother them thus far, Bud.
I think this is the first 3rd and real long yardage that they've had. The other times it's been 3rd and 6 or 7.
Right. Steve Zabel double covered on the play by the Texas defense. Lester and Steinmark there. So it's a 4th down and 12 with the ball at the Texas 35.
And with the wind in Oklahoma's face, it's probably just a little bit too far back for the field goal. I believe they will go with the punt.
It'll be either Johnson or